It's that time again. 2 days down in this gauntlet, we are halfway there. Clear my throat. Damn it. Okay. So, first things first. I know we have at least... Hello, Jakira. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the pond. For all the newcomers who are here, allow me to explain just a little bit of how this gauntlet works, how it's been going over the past couple of days. So basically, Touhou Project is my favorite series of anything ever. It's bullet hell series, a whole lot of cute girls, in fact like 99% girls. God tier music, all that fun stuff, and a very, very, very super dedicated fan base. During this gauntlet, what I decided to do in my endeavors to stretch for affiliate was to play all of the mainline Touhou games, and there's a total of 17 of those, with the demo of the 18th coming out later this month. I'm very excited. Today we're going to be playing Touhou 12, 13, and 14, and depending on how the cards play out, I might be playing one of the spin-off games, just like I did yesterday. Yeah, so I'm fairly adept at Touhou games. I'm playing on normal difficulty, although I can play on hard. And I have a spinny wheel of bonuses for just little fun things we can do towards the end of the stream. You know, just for fun. And I suppose without further ado, we should probably make our way to that wheel, huh? See how this plays out. In here be my little cosplay. Froggy, Froggy. Ribbit, Ribbit. Alright, 6 options, 6 possible bonuses. What'll it be? Thank you, Jakir, for the follow. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all are in for a treat. Y'all are in for a treat. All you can do is beat those bullets. Yeah! I'm your beloved Isiwako. Wahoo! Kiddo, kiddo. Okay, so if all goes according to plan, if I can 1cc 2 out of the 3 games that we're playing today, which means, like, beat them without using a continue, then I'll be able to do this bonus right towards the end of the stream, and hopefully I can make it, because, you know, since we're leaving off with Touhou 14, that would basically just be an extra way to cap it off. It's all convenient. Conveniently placed. I know we didn't get to do the extra boss fight yesterday, tragically, Um, but this time I'm determined. I am hecking pumped. Because let me tell you something, y'all, chat, my viewers, my lily pals. Back when I was playing Touhou 8, I explained that Erin held a special place in my heart simply because she was the character that served as my gateway into Touhou. But as far as like my favorite characters, she's definitely in the top 10, but like she doesn't make gold, silver, or bronze. You know, she's on the list, but she's not one of the upper mentions. Today, for sure, 100%, we're gonna be encountering, we're gonna be fighting my golden girl, my number one, and I am really excited. I love her so much. Just everything about her is just mwah! I don't want to keep you. A lot of these newer games I'm very passionate about. I think like these newer games are probably my favorites among the expansive roster. So I choose a favorite. I know there isn't really a character I actually hate. I mean, except for one, but I'll give context for that. But yeah, every girl, every single one, fantastic in their own right. There is no bad Touhou character. No such thing. Does not exist. They are cryptids. Which is just as well. It's a world of myth, fantasy, people, beasts, girls. Woohoo! I don't want to keep you. So I'm gonna close Firefox here. And let's bring up Touhou 12. I have my window open, so just in case like you hear something outside, it's warm in here. My throat might also be a little bit like groggy. I intended to get coffee earlier, but my stepdad stole it from me. Don't worry, there's more brewing right now. And my mug also needed a rinse anyway, so... Alright. Touhou 12. Move the window a bit. Uh-oh. Oh no. Hiccup? Oh no. Oh no. Just like you're playing UFO Nazarene is my top 5. Nice! Yeah, we're starting with UFO today. And then we're gonna be doing TD and DDC as well. I'm gonna need to close this because it's not wanting to cooperate. Boo! Phooey. Okay, let's try this again. I know it will run. Here we go. Just a little hiccup. Whoops, that's not the right window. So many clickage. Okay. Now I'm good. So this is Touhou 12, Undefined Fantastic Object. This is... I know early on this was one of my favorites, simply because of how it plays. It's very unique. It's very fun. You can see from that stamp there, I have 1cc'd like, normal mode with every character and every shot type. I got all the endings. But, for the sake of the Gauntlet, I'm playing normal mode again. Playing as Reimu, like usual. And this one is forward focus, I think. Yeah, because the other one is homing. So basically, the plot. So, one day in Gensokyo, a giant treasure ship kind of appeared out of nowhere and started soaring through the sky, and the protagonist wants to investigate for whatever reason. A lot of times, it's to get their hands on the treasure. I know I explained yesterday that, like, the start of Mountain of Faith basically kickstarted a sort of domino effect in regards to Touhou's stories in this era. But we didn't really get around to explaining how it connects with Touhou 11, Subterranean Animism. Basically, the reason that the final boss, Utsuho, got such immense power over nuclear fusion and fission is simply because Kanako went over to her and was like, "Hey, this is a sun crow, eat it." And she did. So it was basically all Kanako's fault. We would have seen that in the extra stage had we gotten that bonus, but no matter. And I will say, the activities in Subterranean Animism do have a place. They do lead into events in this game, and I can explain when that comes. Let's get into it! UFO! Oh, what are these? They're collectibles. Yeah, this game has a very unique mechanic. You can summon UFOs, and each one can help you in some way, if you can manage to fill it up with items, and then destroy it. Red UFOs give life pieces, and newly introduced to this game, green UFOs provide bomb pieces, and then blue UFOs pretty much boost your score. And then you can also get, you can have a UFO that is multicolored, you know, where you get one of each color. And those ones summon multicolored UFOs, and what they give you is more UFOs to collect. They can come in very handy during clutch moments. Oh yeah, and if you fill up the green UFO all the way to full, it gives you a full bomb. Flying things so fast! I'm not gonna catch up to it if I'm half-hearted about it. Gensokyo is so cramped and small. Where are you going in such a hurry? Out of my way! You were here before too, little gray yokai. I don't have time to deal with small animals that die easily like you. Really? Too bad. Even as we speak, that treasure ship is getting away, far away. Treasure ship? You mean that thing floating in the sky? Are you stupid? Did you really think that's a treasure ship? Fine, whatever, I'm stupid. Now get out of the way! If you're looking for treasure, don't look in the sky. There's lots packed away in kitchen nooks and crannies. This is Nazrin. She's a mouse. And she has dowsing rods. She knows where treasure is. Another unique aspect about UFO is that each boss kind of has their own gimmick to show off. It's not just like the stage 5 or 6 boss, like usual, although stage 5 does stand out in its own way. Nazrin's gimmick are these crystals. And she only uses them for this spell card. Sad to say. Aw, it disappeared into the clouds. I guess I'll have to go further into the clouds. But I bet there's tons of yokai up there. Ugh. Soaring through the sky. Yeah, and some UFOs you pick up can change colors while others stay the same. It's important to determine which ones are which. If I play my cards right, I could have a full roster of lives by stage 4. I played this game a lot. I know a whole lot of tricks. It's an umbrella! This is my bomb. Really love that song, yeah. Yeah, hang on just a minute. What? You're just a plain old yokai. You don't have to be so mean. I've had lots of free time lately. I'm chasing that ship right in front of us. I don't have time to waste on small fry like you. Oh, you can play with me while we're chasing that ship, you know, can't you? It must be nice to be a yokai with spare time, even if you only exist to be exterminated. Still, there are too many to take care of them all, so I'll leave you for next time. This is why humans aren't any fun. Why can't you just make time for me? Shouldn't you plan extra time into your schedule? You can go find that treasure ship anytime. Extra time is pointless for me right now. I don't want to waste a single second. But the pointlessness is what's really beautiful. It would be terrible if everything in life were all planned out. Even tools aren't beautiful just because they're functional. The useless parts are what make yokai. Why am I getting lectured by a cursed umbrella? Fine, I'll beat you while I chase it, okay? This is Kogasa. She is a Tsukumogami, particularly like the well-known Umbrella variant. And her gimmick is she can summon umbrellas that can be destroyed, but you know that? One aspect about her attacks is that a lot of them are oriented based around her movements. So like anytime she goes left or right, like the bullets change. The patterns change. Oh yeah, and her ability is just the ability to scare humans, which isn't really an ability, and she's honestly not very good at it. She's actually kind of pitiful. But, you know, she's good-natured. She's a good being. Just fall out of the sky, you stupid umbrella yokai. So I love your Sukuna dress. Thank you! I know it's not the exact colors. It's based on one of Sawako's alternate palettes. Oh, humans are so cruel. Hey, you looked like you wanted me to beat you. What do they call that? I don't know, sadism? I think that's opposite, but whatever. I can see the ship now, so thanks for taking me to it. Poor Kogasa. They're all just brain empty. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it seems nonsensical. I like to think it's because everyone in Gensokyo is neurodivergent. A headcanon that that I know some other friends of mine share. I'll tell it from game or fig? From the fighter game that she appears in, Hiso Tensoku. Fill her up, please. Wow, that was quick. Oh, right. Humans, fairies, and all, everyone seems to be after this ship. Are they after the treasure room? Treasure room? So this ship really is a... Well, no point in arguing. I'll show no mercy to any enemy. Wow! Is this Danmaku anymore, or is this close combat? Oh, to think that there are still humans that wouldn't run away after seeing this fist. This ship really is a treasure ship, right? It doesn't look like there's anything in it, but... Ah, she ran away. No! I don't want to risk it. Woohoo! Also, yeah, another way that UFOs help you is when you destroy them, they clear the screen. Very useful. They're basically like free bombs. No! Just what are you after? Treasure? Or perhaps our sister's power? Treasure, of course! I just got me some photos with a good coin bucks. I'm so excited. Nice! So you're just a common ruffian. The ship looks pretty blue, though. I regret to have to tell you there's no treasure left. What was that? The treasure with the power to fly also brings about change in humans. Most of it has been lost while our sister slept. It's fallen down into the world. Eh? But what about all the riches? Riches? Is that what you're after? I'll get back into playing now. I'm gonna set it up myself. There never were any. None with any real monetary worth anyway. This really sucks. You mean the Shrine Maiden has... Unzen tells me you're after the fragments of the flying treasure. Is this true? No, I'm not. Unzen would have no reason to lie. Excellent! You don't have to hide it. You're collecting those fragments flying through the sky, right? You must be trying to revive her sister as well. How awesome! What the heck are you talking about? I just thought there were riches on this treasure ship. It's okay. Now, hand over the treasure you found. This is Ichiden, and her partner Unzen. Unzen is, what is it called? I guess, like, the best way to explain it is a giant living nimbus cloud, which is a type of yokai in and of itself. Ichiden is mainly just like his mediator. It's sort of like a master and familiar relationship. And yeah, obviously her gimmick is enormous fists. They're not hers, but... I think Zune even said somewhere at one point, like, the main purpose Ichiden serves is just to be Unzan's hitbox. Eye lasers! Oh god. That hiccup was scary. You're quite strong. Unzan says you must be a very famous person. Really? Well, that may be. The floating fragments you've collected are necessary for our sister's revival. Now please bring them inside. There's no treasure, right? What a letdown. Well, I guess I have to go see what this ship really is. Doesn't look like I'll get anything for it. Doesn't look like I'll get anything for it, though. Fun fact about this stage theme. Somewhere, it actually includes a Skype notification sound. I've never been able to hear it, but it's there, I promise. Okay, let me show you a rainbow UFO. It's a flying orb. What could it want with us? And if I can manage to get clear, it gives me a life. If I get hit or if I use a bomb, I just get a bomb instead. This stage theme is so fucking good. Yeah, it's a pretty jaunty tune. Just a little bit of streaming. messed up! Ah, screw this. Yeah, okay, there's nothing inside this ship. It'll be good to be done with this investigation. It's so boring. I mean, all that's happening is the ship's just flying around. If it's not a treasure ship, there's no point to it. It's just a box. Is someone there? A human? Or have you also given up your humanity? Looks like I missed something. There's a yokai. I'll have to beat you. I see, you're human, right? Then you'd better just put down those treasures and leave this ship immediately. We'll be reaching our destination soon. There won't be any going back then. My destination? Who are you anyway? Oh, where are my manners? I'm Marasa, the captain of this holy palanquin. Captain? This ship will be leaving this land to go to another world where Hijiri is sealed away. There, we'll revive Hijiri, and everyone will be able to forget their troubles. We'll make a paradise where no one can brush us aside. We'll make a liberating future where we can use our powers freely. That paradise is this ship's destination. That's the ideal Hijiri has sought. So, anyone with any lingering connection to this world should disembark. What will you do? I don't understand what you're saying, but I understand this isn't a treasure ship now. It's a devil's nest where yokai hide out, isn't it? I can't overlook this. If you can't overlook it, then I'll just have to beat the captain and drop this ship out of the sky. I forgot to mention this, but we absolutely need that treasure in order to go to the other world. The mysterious flying objects that you have are fragments of that treasure. Do I have a favorite final boss? It's the next game. You mean you're trying to get all these? So, I was hoping you'd cooperate with us, but too bad. It looks like letting you on puts us in danger of sinking. Fall out of this ship and bathe in the cursed oceans. This is Marasa. She is a ghost. Well, sort of. She's a particular type of ghost that, is from a soul that's died at sea. She throws anchors at you. She's a particular type of ghost that specializes in sinking sea vessels. So, and yeah, her theme is very, very good. Very catchy. Hi, Tiny! Okay. Sorry how you took a page out of Ice Miles' book with that hat. Technically, it's not mine. I'm in cosplay that I forgot to show on day one. But then I revealed it yesterday, and now I'm using it again. And I will use it tomorrow. Ooh. Marasa can be a little stressful. But this is her final spell card, and it's a timeout. She's invincible when she's like this, and she's gonna follow me. And she's gonna get faster. And faster. key is just to circle around like that. What the love Froggy life you doing? I'm dodging bullets with cute girls. This power's buried a lot of yokai, hasn't it? That's right, so stop doing bad things. But we're not doing anything bad. Of course you are, you're a yokai, right? I can't just stop being a yokai. It really isn't stopping, is it? Even though the captain isn't doing anything. It's in auto mode. Now that I know this isn't a treasure ship, I'm not that interested. Now I finally know what this ship really is. But I still have to find out where it's going. I also wish I had my coffee. But I have to wait. Stage 5. Stage 5 is really good. Couldn't be any more fun. You're so sweet, Tiny. Oh no! I was too late. So in case you can't guess, we're in an entirely different world. And if we play through PC98 first, this place would actually be familiar to you. No! Aw. So you came to Makai too? Have we met somewhere before? Wait, did you say Makai? That's stupid, Captain. Does that mean you were sailing to Makai? I see that they must have brought you here to Makai with your treasure sometime. Captain Murasa's done a good job. Meanwhile, I've also found the other treasure that I've been looking for. Maybe I'll test the power of this Vishravana pagoda on you before I hand it over to my master. These ones are the only main games I'm not familiar with yet. Yeah, this is Makai. In other words, probably the best way to explain it is this is a world of demons and a world of magic. Not to be confused with Hell. You know, it's like, if Hell is where demons work, Makai is where demons live. That's basically how it is. Whew. Two bombs. 2 bombs for a life. That's honestly an exchange I'm willing to take. No! I've been bamboozled. I've been hornswoggled. So this is Makai. That explains why I feel so horrible being here. So they came all the way down here to break a seal or something? That can't be good. I've been waiting for you. You're the human who gathered the flying treasure, yes? You look a lot scrawnier than I imagined. How rude. I'm sorry, you're quite right. I simply thought that if you made it this far, maybe you're some sort of ascetic scholar. Well, I do mean to learn a lot while I'm here. I am the representative of Vaishravana, a devotee to Hijiri's creed. Now that we have the jeweled pagoda Nazrin brought, as well as the fragments of the soaring vault you possess, we can break the seal here. We can repay our debt of gratitude to Hijiri. The treasure I brought? Do you mean those UFO toys? UFO? Huh, I suppose you might look at it that way. Now, together, let us bring light into Hokai, and who cares? I only came this far chasing a treasure ship. A treasure ship? When I took a look inside, the ship was empty. I thought there'd be something on board, and suddenly I was in Makai. I'm sick of all this. There's nothing to be disappointed about. You could call the Holy Palanquin a treasure ship. Huh? Well, the 7 gods of luck ride a treasure ship, right? And one of them, Vaishravana, is right here. Isn't that fortunate? Whatever. Look, I'll just beat you and then beat that sealed whoever and then go home. Very well. If you want to fight me, I'll be your opponent. However, if you've chosen to follow the wrong path, then you'll have to bear witness to the light of Dharma, which is even brighter here in Makai, and bow down before this pagoda of Vaishravana. This is Sho. She is a tiger yokai, who is also an avatar of Vaishravana, who is just, you know, like a Japanese Buddhist, you know, god of luck, fortune, what have you. And very evidently, her gimmick is curvy lasers. And, like, granted, other characters use curvy lasers later on in the game too, or games, but Sho is kind of unique. Like, Sho is the one who kickstarted curvy lasers, really, and nobody really uses them the way she does. And they're very pretty. And a lot of people complain that they're actually really hard. I just think it takes a little bit of, like, foresight to figure out, like, where, like, how each laser works in each pattern. You know, just knowing what to expect. So, like, I can get, like, there's difficulty in the trial and error, but like anything, they just get easier as you keep going. Just takes a cool head. If this was hard mode, though, this might be more challenging. Okay, fuck this spell card. Nobody likes this spell card. It's not fun. It's so stressful. In some ways, it's even more challenging than it looks, and it already looks challenging enough. Ah. Ah! If I had homing bullets, this would be much easier. Screw it. Memorizing everything about the bullets to win? Yeah, pretty much. It's just like any bullet hell. Of course, in Universe, you know, dodging every attack is not really the priority of each duel. It's to be the prettiest. But of course, dodging plays a crucial role too. Whew. How wonderful. I can see how you could have gathered the treasure. I could beat someone like you before breakfast. Well, now that you've beaten me, what will you do next? Look, you need this UFO toy, right? To break the seal. Let's go just see what's been sealed away. Yes, you're new to the group, but let's prepare to break the seal. I'll beat whoever's sealed away, and then this'll all be taken care of. Please don't make fun of Hichiri. The seal is open now. Stage 6. You want to talk about atmosphere. So this is Hokai. It's kind of like a pocket space inside Makai. it's really still Makai while not being called Makai. And there's a fun factoid about this stage that we'll see right now. If you pay attention to the fairy's movements, if you're familiar with, shooters and, video games in general, it may look just the teensiest bit familiar. And that's because this stage was basically made as an homage to Space Invaders. Zune realized that the game was coming out soon after Space Invaders' anniversary, and so he designed this stage basically as a fun little shout out to a classic. And we see this orb again. What is its deal? Oh god. That's fine. I'm not too proud to spare a bomb. Death bomb! Here we are. Okay, come on out. I know you've been sealed away here somewhere, okay? I can't hear anyone. What a mysterious place. I can't sense anyone at all. Oh, the world of Dharma is filled with light. Are you the one who liberated this world? I finally found you. You're those yokai's boss, right? Yokai? Boss? Right, those yokai were trying to bring you back. Really? Even though I haven't been able to do anything for them for over 1,000 years. So there's still yokai who miss me. Well, who are you anyway? My name is Byakuren. I used to be a monk a long, long time ago. You seem to be a shrine maiden, am I right? Did you come down here to seal me away again? Oh, yes, that's exactly right. You're another oppressor of yokai, aren't you? You know, I realize that gods and Buddhas are no more than yokai. But yokai are hated and gods are worshipped. That's because humans decided it should be that way. Huh? Well, I've beaten gods too. Yes, my scrolls are full of the light of Buddha. From now on, I'll have to make sure I show my gratitude to those who freed me. Byakuren is one of my faves. Yeah, she's fantastic. I wonder if it'd really be okay to leave you alone. I can't change your desire to eliminate all yokai. However, if you're going to seal me away again, I will resist you with all my strength. Yes, there we go! I'll beat anyone who's a friend to yokai. Humans haven't changed since my days in the temple. How foolish and self-centered you are. Now, in the name of the 3 treasures. This is Byakuren, aka Yokai Jesus. As far as, what race or species she's considered a magician, so she's no longer human. But yeah, her whole thing is, Buddhist superpowers. Very much Buddhist devotee. And she gets a unique aura of lotus flowers. A whole mantle. Her fight is very pretty. She's very pretty. Her theme is very pretty too. Curvy lasers return! No! wish Byakuran got a Fumo. Yeah, there's so many characters that don't have Fumos yet. I'm mad. Oh, and now she's going around the screen, making it harder for me. Just gotta weave. There we go. Screw it. Devil's Recitation. Her signature. Although, it's not really hers, is it? Once again, the shoutouts to PC98 continue. No! It's getting close. Among her magic abilities is the ability to enhance her physical strength and speed. So she goes new, new, zoom, whoosh, swish, wah. Again, I don't have homing bullets, so it's a little tricky to hit her, but we're making progress. Up. Last stretch. Final spell card. And like any final boss's last spell card, it progressively gets more difficult. And that's Byakuran. Really hope that with them re-releasing that they'll make new ones. Yeah. A Clumpy's Fumo would be great too. The Hakure Shrine. It's a shrine on the eastern edge of Gensokyo. There was little shade of snow left on the shrine grounds. The cherry blossoms would probably be out soon. Makai was just so creepy. That ship wasn't a treasure ship or anything, it was just a yokai ship bound for Makai. So boring. And it was totally empty. Was it? Wait, you went to Makai? Somewhere called Hokai, out in the sticks of Makai. Still, if that ship wasn't a treasure ship, I'm not really interested in it. Well, what happened to it anyway? They say it's still floating around out there. You haven't seen it? Oh, my spring hibernation's been terrible lately. I haven't seen it at all. Do you do the extra stages too? I'm not gonna do this one. We got 2 more games for today. And it was decided from the spin of a wheel. Essentially what I was gonna do to end this stream, and it's gonna be one of the extra bosses today, if I can manage to 1cc 2 out of 3 of the games today. I haven't seen it at all. The next time I see it, I'm gonna board it again. The next day, Reimu found the ship flying through the sky and boarded it once more. I finally found you. Why are you still flying around? It feels like I've been born again, being able to fly around up here. It's so much nicer than Makai. Yes, so that's why we're thinking about making this ship into a Gensokyo sightseeing cruise ship. Sightseeing? Where do you all live, anyway? The temple I lived in long ago is gone now. Rip Nue. I'll tell y'all something. Nue used to be my number one. My complete, utter, 100% fave. But that's since changed. She's retired. And her theme, yeah, is really, really good. It's so intense. The temple I lived in long ago is gone now. Well, anywhere would be a fine place to live, I think. This sacred palanquin was sealed underground for many years, along with my companions like Ichiden and Sho. We were finally freed at the end of last year. We're living on the ship until we decide where to stay. I see. I don't think I'd mind wandering around forever, though. Just flying through the skies. Hey now, you can't just fly around forever. The ship's gonna cast huge shadows everywhere. That's true. I suppose we'll spend every third day of sightseeing on the ground then. Roger that! Reimu suggested they decorate their ship as a treasure ship in order to attract customers. Byakuren agreed and accepted her idea surprisingly easily. Patchley is your number one? Patchley is good. And so the rumors of the flying treasure ship that had been circulating Gensokyo came true, at least for a while. The treasure ship cruise was popular among humans and yokai. Sometimes human and yokai would end up on board at the same time, but the yokai were never hunted then. Byakuren was surprised at how much the world had changed. Yokai were no longer victims. Reimu didn't really understand what Byakuren was on guard about, but she had an idea why Byakuren had been sealed away. She was too powerful and willing to aid humans and yokai without distinction, so the humans got mad and sealed her away. Nobody would fear powerful humans anymore, though. Byakuren and her yokai friends would never be sealed away again. Ending number 1, the cruise ship of Gensokyo Spring. Congratulations, all clear. Just as I'd expected. Aww. Yeah, so in case you didn't really catch, you remember yesterday when we played Subterranean Animism? We were heading underground because there was a lot of underground activity. Basically, the underground activity shook free Byakuren's crew, basically unsealed them from the underground. And as we know, the event of Subterranean Animism was kickstarted by Kanako. So, this wouldn't have happened without Kanako's interference. I'm so excited, yeah. Please insert name here from your head and you. All's well that ends well. Stay tuned for really? What was that UFO anyway? Said I missed its host, it was so cool, yeah. Yesterday was kind of a sort of a less I'm not really sure what to say. I'll just say it was like less engagement overall than my first stream. But yeah, Utsuho is fun. Hard, but fun. So that is Undefined Fantastic Object. And in the extra stage, you figure out what the whole deal is with the flying UFOs. I really like this game. And also, just to show it off, you may have noticed, not only is Marissa also playable, so is Sanai. This is her first playable role. Yep. Business rivals. Business rival girlfriends. Hell yeah. And you can see from the replays, I saved my hard playthrough too. I'll probably come back at some other day to try and clear this game on hard again. Maybe with some other character. But yeah, that is Touhou UFO, Touhou 12. Sanai is cool, yeah. Before I forget, actually play as Marissa. I can't get used to Marissa. She's too fast, too jumpy for my dexterity. So, before I continue on to Touhou 13, a couple of things. One, I'm gonna change the game category. I forgot to do it yesterday, and the day before that, sort of. So, just type in. Come on, OBS. There we go. Nope, no, not that. Jeez. Work with me. 10 desires. Nice, baby. Thank you, baby. Oh my gosh. 2 of my wives are in chat. Junie, Stellar Empress. You may have seen Tiny earlier in chat. The most I can really say is that Tiny has admitted to being gay for me, so... And then Tiny, Stellar Empress. Doing the wife business for about 3 years now. 3 years? 4 years? 3 years. 3, yeah. Okay, so I updated the category. And secondly, I'm just gonna instigate a quick break because I'm pretty sure that coffee is done by now. And my mug is, you know, all nice and clean now. So, doggos! Ruff ruffs! Okay, so I'm gonna send you to the loading screen, and we'll be right back. Twice power! Okay, so Froggy will beat our bee. And we're back! Welcome back, Lily Pals. Hope you took care of all your business, as well as I did. I got my coffee, I switched out the batteries in my headphones. All is good. Let's say we start up Touhou 13, huh? Let me tell y'all, I was eager for today. Specifically, come on. Come on, Touhou crap. You gotta update right now. Oh, okay. No big deal, I guess. Okay. This is 10 Desires. Probably the shortest title yet. Something I want to be known. I was very much looking forward to playing this game, not so much because of the game itself, but because this game features my number one, my golden girl, my completely, totally, absolute favorite Touhou character. And I don't want it to be spoiled. So if you know who I'm talking, if you know all the characters in this game, shush! And I will make it very clear which one it is. It will be very, very clear. It will be the most clear I could possibly make it. So anyway, 10 Desires, we have a whopping 4 playable characters with Youmu's debut. Youmu's playable debut. Well, if we don't count Phantasmagoria. But yeah, we got Sanai again, we got Marissa as always, and of course we got Reimu. The whole deal with this game is, like as far as plot, the most that I can really explain right now is that kind of similarly to Phantasmagoria, a whole bunch of spirits, particularly divine spirits, you know, you can see like in the small summary subtitle up above, like, yeah, there are these divine spirits that are just kind of appearing everywhere for some reason. And Reimu wants to go and investigate. One thing to be said about this game, as far as its gameplay, it's actually regarded as one of, if not the easiest Touhou game. When Zune programmed this game, he intended it to be, you know, widely accessible to, you know, a more casual audience. So I would say, you know, if you find the other games a bit too challenging, this might be a good place to start. So anyway, a whole bunch of spirits everywhere? Let's go find out. There's also a whole lot of, like, graphical updates. So yeah, we see spirits just popping up on the screen, and we can collect them. Blue ones give points, gray ones give extra points, I think. Yeah, nothing really too remarkable yet. But these spirits are they also come in green and pink, and you may guess that is how you get bombs and lives in this game, by collecting all these spirits. It's a nameless spirit. A nameless mid-boss. These nameless mid-bosses are actually very rare nowadays. You may also notice in the lower left corner of the screen, there's a meter. Shush, puppers. What that meter is for is basically as you collect spirits, it fills up that gauge. And that gauge can be used for something. Something that will be paramount to succeeding in this game. Now then, I'd better beat the boss of these ghosts. Oh, do we have visitors? Look who it is! Hold on a moment, I'll prepare some tea. The final boss of Touhou 7. Now the first boss. You don't have to bother. Do you mind telling me exactly what you're planning by getting these spirits so riled up? What am I planning indeed? You need to keep them in check! I mean, they're just ghastly! Tish. Well, I don't know what exactly is going on. But if you want to know about the spirits, you'll have to start by beating me. So yeah, we're fighting Yuyuko again. Except this time, she's just kind of messing with you. She might be queen of the Netherworld, but she definitely won't knock fun here and there. I can also say, somewhat similarly to UFO, a bunch of characters in this game get their own unique traits or mechanics, gimmicks. Except for Yuyuko. Yuyuko... well, actually no. Well, her gimmick doesn't appear unless you play on Hard or Lunatic. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And if you get super close to the boss characters, you get a crap load of spirits. And so you can see the gauge at the bottom corner, is now full. So, what exactly were you talking about? Well, you see all these spirits swarming around? Yeah, what are those? These are divine spirit children, fleeting thoughts born from the prayers of humans. Ghostly as they may be, they're not related to the spirits here. I see. So coming to the Netherworld was a mistake? I'll give you a hint. The graveyard behind the temple isn't suspicious. By the way, ever since, arriving in Gensokyo, Byakuran's crew had since established a temple. Yes, this is the Myoren Temple. Explicitly Buddhist. And I suppose this is the first game that it shows up in. Some of the music in this game is more subdued than usual, and I think it kind of matches the tone. But like, there's also little bonuses with the music. Now watch this. This is Trance Mode. By collecting all the spirits, I can activate this mode, and I'm temporarily invincible. And it also empowers any spirits that show up on the screen, including life and bomb spirits. It's a buffer! It's a buffer, but not really a buffer. Yeah, so like I was saying, Trance Mode will empower spirits that are on the screen, and it's basically a way to get extra bomb or life pieces, which is very good, because I know for life pieces specifically, like the minimum, or like the cap that you need to collect to obtain a life gradually increases with each life you gain. And it's very annoying. It's actually a criticism I am inclined to have with this game. The bombs don't change though. There really are more spirits gathering around the temple than in another world. Still, it's strange. Yuyuko said these were divine spirits. But are divine spirits really supposed to be this numerous and shoddy? These aren't so much divine spirits as just the voices of souls taking shape. Good morning! You always gotta give a proper greeting. Good morning. One of Murin Temple's precepts is greetings are a mental oasis. Ah, that's right, this is a yokai temple. Sure is. It's a temple for yokai that is kind to yokai. Well, then I'll have to exterminate you right away. My morning duties are sweeping, cooking, and meeting challengers. Let human screams echo throughout Gensokyo. Say hi to Kyoko, one of the newest members of the temple crew. She is a Yamabiko, which is just a yokai that is said to be responsible for mountain echoes. And you can see that on display. All the bullets bounce around and reflect. She tends to be very loud, very cheerful, but, you know, that's kind of a bad thing, especially when, when people in the temple are trying to meditate. But she's just so friendly. And if you shout at her, she can't help herself but just to shout back. Oh, right. And if I get hit while I have some of my spirit gauge filled up, it activates Trance Mode and then kills me. Which, under certain circumstances, is kind of like pouring salt in a wound. Beating me won't help anything, you know? Well, you're a yokai. It's necessary anyway. What are you here for? Just checking up on things. The divine spirits don't appear to be gathering within the temple itself. It's the cemetery that stinks. Divine spirits in the cemetery, huh? Temple Cemetery. And yet the stage theme is very cheerful. I'm getting sloppy again. I can't be getting sloppy so early. If this game overall is easier, I can't let my guard down. No! What did I say about being careless? Or being sloppy? God, that's... I'm on 1 life now. I'm close to getting another life, but... I can't get too reckless. You're that... You finally came! There's this girl I've never seen before keeping watch back there. But no matter how much I shoot her, I always lose by timeout. So could you do something about her? Please? A yokai requesting a yokai extermination? Fine then, I'll beat you all at once. Kogasa's come back. Still trying to spook people. Which, I mean, a cemetery would be an ideal place to do so. Her patterns are still kind of oriented around her movements, just not quite in the same way. Well, they're not the same patterns, that's why. Okay, I got another life. I have to savor it. Should probably get some of my trance up. Where could this mysterious girl be? She said she was keeping watch, but I wonder what she's got. Don't come any closer! This is no place for the likes of any of you to enter. Huh? We are fighters, arisen to protect this magnificent mausoleum. So you're a zombie? That's right, I'm a zombie. She's got a really good complexion for a zombie. Did you come to visit a grave? I came to check up on these divine spirits. Divine spirits? What are those? Are they easy to absorb? Huh? You're not the one either? How odd. Whatever the case, I was resurrected to protect this area from the temple's inhabitants. You shall become one of our companions, by the Danmaku awakened from a deep sleep. This is Yoshika. She's a zombie, or specifically a jiangshi, a hopping zombie. And she has sort of a gimmick of her own, but instead of being offensive, it's defensive. Any spirits that appear on the screen, she will absorb and eat them. Because her ability is literally to eat anything. No, not that side. I pressed the bomb button too. No. You might also notice the music kind of changes when you go into trance mode. So that's a neat little bonus. It's just my luck. I'm having trouble with this game, but not UFO. Oh god. I'm gonna knock wood before I say anything else I'll regret. Before I say anything else to jinx myself. Gotta collect all the spirits. So not only does she eat all the spirits on screen, they recover her health. So you kind of have to, do a last-minute roundup in these moments so that more of her health doesn't regenerate. Oh god. Ah, I'm done for! Now, spit it out. Just what were you protecting? Huh? Time to sink back into the earth already? Zombies are eternal and undying. Who are you? I've had enough of this. Pity that your head's rotted away too. Oh well, I'll just have to press on instead. Ah, at last. The door to the Great Mausoleum will finally open. So we're entering into a deep passageway. The stage theme does sound appropriately cavey. Gotta be careful. Don't want to lose my last life. I'll just bomb. I got plenty of bombs. Plenty of booms. Collect spirits. Gauge is full. It's a very, very pretty woman, and she shoots electric balls at you. It's nothing too fancy. Wahoo! Now I just gotta stick down below here. Collect all the spirits, get back down, rinse and repeat. Spirit gauge is already back to full. Go into trance mode, collect the pieces, get a life. My shots are also empowered in trance mode too. It's very nice. There's no question, this is where the divine spirits are gathering, and it's clearly apparent too. Ah, that was quick. Who are you? Could it be? Seems you took care of my cute underling just now. Cute underling? You mean that rotten underling? Yes, she's so rotten and cute, isn't she? I see. So you were manipulating that corpse. What are you doing, leaving that ill-bred and pointless guard out here? Ill-bred and pointless? Yeah, pointless! Her head's rotten. She isn't any use as a guard at all. Ah, but there is a point after all. Hup! See, my Jiangxi's selling point is her toughness. Oh! So you don't realize that you have to sit out a round if you get beat, huh? Now, can you handle another round? With this girl who has absorbed all the divine spirits that gathered in the tomb. No need to ask. Now you've made it clear, the disturbance among the divine spirits is the work of someone with evil intentions. That's not true. This is Sega. She is what you would call a hermit. And what a hermit is, in the context of Touhou, Actually, first I'll explain her gimmick. Her gimmick is not only the electric balls, but you have to face Yoshika alongside her. And anytime you beat Yoshika, she gets revived. It's taking out the cavalry by killing their horse, so to speak. But anyway, a hermit is basically a person who uses ascetic practices in order to basically earn their way into heaven. Seiga is unique in that she's a wicked hermit. You know, she did the same thing as any other hermit would do, except the way she went about it and the way she practices her hermit arts is wicked. For example, she's a necromancer. Curvy lasers. Kill the zombie. Dodge the knives and the kunai. Do, 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 do. This is a good theme. It's pretty much canon that Seiga is a very alluring woman, and she only does it. Like, she's pretty much Touhou's one and only femme fatale. Well, not one and only, but, like, she fits the role to a T. She's hot, she's manipulative, and she's wicked. And she's dead. As expected from a shrine maiden, to think you could harm someone who knows how to create elixirs of immortality. Now stop with these abnormal divine spirits. I haven't done anything to the divine spirits. You lie. Can't hide all these divine spirits gathering here. They're here because she's about to be resurrected. She can embrace many desires after all. Even human desires would gather around her. So the evil overlord is about to be resurrected or something like that? Evil overlord? No, not at all. The evil overlord has already been resurrected, just a little while ago. Hmm? The one who set up a temple here as if to prevent her from resurrecting. She's the true evil overlord. She built a temple to protect the yokai. The person within here is a sage upon whose shoulders rests the future. She'll surely destroy all yokai for us. Well, whatever. Either way, I'm gonna fight. I don't want to let anyone weird get resurrected. So the reason all this is happening is because of Byakuren setting up shop. And Byakuren was freed because of Utsuho, and Utsuho was given power because of Kanako. That is the domino effect so far. Yeah, so we've reached the Hall of Dreams, the Great Mausoleum. I can't use trance mode, so I have to bomb. Do, 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 do. Theme's kind of melancholy. I mean, I suppose it is a mausoleum. It's a ghost! You know, the first time that arrow bullets appear, she's got a spell card. She shoots thunder! Lightning, rather. Such a neat pattern. Even if it's really easy, it's tragically easy. This ghost shan't be underestimated, though. I probably should have gone into Trance Mode. Trance Mode is a different button from bombs, in case you couldn't guess. Trance Mode. Get all the good stuff. Wahoo! This is another strange tomb, huh? Ah, the fateful day hath finally come. Thou who hast praised mine resurrection, speak anon and name thyself. I didn't praise anything. Eh? Pray tell, what design hath led to mine resurrection? I don't know. I'm just here to stop suspicious characters like you from resurrecting. I see. Art thou the final trial I must conquer, that I may be resurrected in full? How did it end up like this? You dead people are all morons. Very well. I shall vanquish thee, and so return to the world of the living in full. Then the crowned prince shall rise anew. What that I harbor for thee, no malice in thine heart. Anon, prepare thyself, for I shall demonstrate the fusion of the secret art of the Mononobe and the way of the Tao upon thee. This is Fudo. She's a hermit, specifically a Shikaisen, which is pretty much just like a certain specific type of hermit. And her ability, well, first, her gimmick is a boat! It would only figure that the last game we fought a ghost that launches anchors and tries to sink you. And now we're facing somebody who boasts their power on a boat. Anyway, Fudo's ability is labeled as manipulation of feng shui, but what it actually is just using Taoist magic. Among her favorites are throwing magic dishes, like this, and also, you'll see in a bit, a lot of fire. A lot of fire. Very skilled archer. Fire! And by the way, the reason she talks in Shakespearean English is mainly just sort of a way to translate her dialect. This pattern is really stylish. Look at this. Look at this. I love it. I love Fudo. So yeah, like, the reason she speaks in Shakespearean English, it's a translation thing as well as a point of her character. Ava! Welcome! Thanks for the raid! What madness is this? Truly, thine strength is... Is it over? That wasn't really that great. To hast suffered so sound a defeat. To what ends hath I slept for these 1400 years hence? How did she keep track of time while she was sleeping? These shades that doth linger about the art. Vulgar spirits? Mayhap? The crown prince hath been resurrected! I cannot remain hither like this. Excuse me if thou wouldst. 'Twas a rousing hurly-burly. Thou hast mine gratitude. She got all excited and left on her own. Anyway, what's with that 'twas a rousing battle stuff? She lost. Okay, I'm gonna pause. So, welcome raiders. I'm Issy. I'm a magic frog. And we're playing Touhou 13. We're kind of in the middle of a gauntlet. Today is day 3 out of 4. Yeah, again, Ava, thanks for raiding me again. Really appreciate it. We're just about at the end here. This is the last stage. Oh boy, and I'm only 2, almost 3 lives. I need to do this. I need. So, let's continue and just listen in on this sheer bop of a stage theme. Do 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 do. I'm so hyped. I had to make the sacrifice. Not happy about it, but didn't really have much choice. Life spirits, come to mama. There's so many divine spirits gathering. It's like a starry sky. Somehow, this place doesn't feel very sinister at all. Was I mistaken? I have observed all of your actions. You are truly a wonderful human. I have much to learn from you. Well, there's nobody who doesn't have something they could learn, I suppose. How long have you been watching me? I have looked back to before you were born to watch you. I have seen your occupation as a yokai exterminator, but I have also seen your camaraderie with yokai. You are friends with the yokai monks who aim to deny my resurrection, are you not? You mean Byakuren? She's just a business rival, in a religious sense. Anyway, what was that about looking into the past? While I was alive, I had the ability to understand 10 people's words simultaneously. During my long sleep, I acquired the power of faith, and now I can hear the desires of humans. Desire tells of a human's true character. To understand the 10 desires of a human is to know them fully. In the past, the present, and the future. Next, you'll say this. Hey, wait a minute! Give me a chance to talk too! I've come all this way, you know? There is no need for that, because I have already seen through all of your actions. That's right, you will now bare your fangs at me, without any reason to do so. That's right, without any reason to do so! This era, when humans deny my existence and I have become legend, is what I was waiting for. Now, attempt to defeat me, and I shall become a living legend. This is Miko. She is another hermit with the ability to hear 10 desires at once, as well as various hermit arts. A very, very influential figure of Japan's religious history, particularly with the spread of Buddhism. Essentially, she's the reincarnation of one Prince Shotoku, regarded as a prodigy and in some respects even a mythological figure. She is my number one. She is my favorite character ever in Touhou. And probably ever in general. And what really seals the deal is, so it's actually revealed in Sanai's ending. Spoilers, sorry. Oh no, I'm on to my last life! Well, it's Miko, so I don't really mind. Oh look! Her subordinates. And yeah, like, I can make this spell card easier because Fudo just goes off the screen and her bullets don't spawn. But anyway, what really cinches it for me with Miko's character, she's a trans woman. It's canon. It's pretty much all except explicitly stated that she's canon trans. Playtime's over. Mid-battle dialogue, we love to see it. And yeah, she's incredibly powerful. Don't let her main ability for listening to desires trick you. She is a beast. Look at this. Honestly, if I were to die now, I wouldn't even be mad. It's Miko. Attack of the gay! Trans rights! Gay rights! Lesbian rights! Yeah! I'm not even mad. I will use a continue, because obviously there's more to see. Feel free to spam trans hearts in chat, by the way, if you please. Lasers! Here, I got some gay of my own. It's so beautiful. So epic. Last spell card. Lights fall from the sky, raining down, and then they gather. Wander too close to the light, and they'll wander close back at you, back to you. come over here. You come over here. Yeah! Face the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Okay, it's flooding with light. And now it is done. But in the end, we failed. That's only one game 1cc'd so far. The mausoleum where Miko had been slumbering. Victory was somehow won, but not without severe damages. What are those guys? They're tough! Gensokyo is gonna be in serious trouble! I have to get back quick and make sure they don't get too far. Reimu hurried back to the shrine and devised a countermeasure. With this plan, she was certain she would not lose. Ending 9, still lacking in training. So that's Reimu's bad ending. About the most you need to know for the actual ending is that you might remember Sega was talking about like rising up against the yokai menace. And you know, by the time you hit stage 6, like, Miko is fully on board with that. But as soon as she's defeated, like, the protagonist and, you know, some other important figures in Gensokyo basically go up to Miko's crew and be like, hey, you know, yeah, yokai and humans tend not to get along, but, like, we're cool here. The humans don't need any help. You know, we have this village over here, they're safe and sound, they don't want to rise up against the yokai, they just want to live their lives. And Miko was just kinda cool with it. But, you know, if the need should ever arise, she is, first and foremost, an ally of humans. And, you know, it doesn't stop her from trying to gain popularity with humans. She is an influential political figure, after all. It's all part of her role as a crown prince. And she doesn't mind being called a prince either, just FYI. That's 10 desires. In some ways, it's actually kind of challenging in its own right, but only because the resource management is kind of atrocious. Like, the fact that the needed resources, total amount of resources to gain extra lives, that's a bit much. Like, even if the patterns themselves are easier, it's, you know, and they're easier to dodge. Yeah. Hi, Ark! You're just in time to sit in on, the next game. We're 2 out of 3 games for today. Just finished Touhou 13. Boop! Yeah, thanks for coming by. So next is Touhou 14. And by the way, it's not quite Touhou 13, it's the spin-off game that comes after it, Hopeless Masquerade, that marks the end of the second Windows era. So, the second Windows era, I explained, its whole domino effect. Kanako and the Moria Shrine moved in. Kanako fed Utsuho, a sun god, a sun crow god. Utsuho went crazy and, you know, shook the entirety of the underground. From underground, like the UFO crew, the crew of the Myoran Temple, was unsealed from underground. They went to search for Byakuren, unsealed her from Hokai. Byakuren made a temple, and from this temple she built right on top of a tomb, a mausoleum that held Miko. Miko resurrected along with her crew in order to retaliate. And then Hopeless Masquerade is gist you need to get it is that Miko, Byakuren, as well as Reimu, they all participate in basically like a religious competition to see like which one of the fates can amass the most popularity. And of course, like, there's other reasons for why they're doing so. But that's a game we'll play another day. That is the end of the second Windows era, and we move on to the third, with Touhou 14. Here we go. Run Touhou crap. Touhou crap is just the program used to translate the game into English, by the way. Touhou 14, double dealing character. Oh, how have I been? I've been good. I've been having fun with this gauntlet so far. And that's mainly just because I love Touhou so much. No denying it. So, double dealing character. As far as actual gameplay mechanics go, it doesn't really get much simpler than this. So you might remember some time ago I mentioned a mechanic known as the point of collection. You know, when you zoom to the top of the screen, it's a very risky place to be in a bullet hell, but if you do it, you collect all the items on screen. The point of collection is actually even more crucial in this game. This game is all about risk and reward. Basically, it's your means of gaining bomb and life pieces. Gonna be playing as Reimu once again, with 2 shot types, either with her Gohei, her Purification Rod, or without it. We're gonna be playing with it, because it's Reimu A. That's just our default option. So what's been going on now is, in this game, a whole bunch of objects seem to be taking on a life of their own. You know, they are turning into Tsukumogami, as they're called. Just living objects. And they are a classification of yokai in and of themselves. And one of those items is Reimu's Purification Rod, ironically enough. We also have Marissa and her Hakedo, which is what she uses for her bombs, and in an unexpected return, we see Sakuya again, and her knives take on a life of their own. So yeah, Reimu heads out to investigate. Like, what's the deal? Why is my Gohei acting up? It's also worth mentioning that yokai are more restless than usual. Particularly yokai that are not actually all that aggressive by nature. So yeah, like if I focus, you can see my Gohei just goes out on its own and homes in on enemies. This game is actually fairly challenging. And this is my bomb. I sweep. The more items I can collect at once, then the more likely I can earn a bomb or a life piece. And it's Juno! Everyone's favorite ice fairy. I'll take that. Power up. Get the boom. Boom pesh. And there's a life piece. Oh, wait! I almost forgot. Change the category. Double dealing character. There we go. Alright. Sorry for that. It's just something that's been kind of annoying me with these streams. Not that it's anyone's or anything's fault except for my own, really. I don't remember there being yokai that run amok in this kind of lake. You there! You're that famous shrine maiden, aren't you? A mermaid? Oh wait, it's just a small fry. It's been so many eons since anyone last took us seriously. It's about time for all of us yokai to flourish. This is Wakasagi Hime. She's a mermaid, and her ability is simply to become more powerful when she is underwater. Which is to say, since she's above water, she's not at her full potential. But she's normally a more, like, modest and, you know, meek type. She doesn't really care to do battle with people too often. She just wants to chill in the water with her fishy friends. Her fishy subjects. The name implies she is a princess, after all. In here, I thought that mermaids were a quiet sort of yokai. Something's definitely going on. This purification rod is worrying me a bit, too. We head to a canal that's close to the human village. Extend! I will also say, just because of the way, like, life and bomb collection works, it's actually encouraged to actually bomb a lot. You know, you would save it only for emergencies, but in this case it's actually a way to help you get more items at once. And who is this stranger? Her head came off! Yeah, and we're at full power now, and you can see, like, the purification rod is enormous. Yeah, and if your bonus is big enough, you just get a life piece off the bat. Very nice. Yokai are rampaging this close to the human village? This must be a full-blown incident. You showed up quick. Have you come to exterminate me? Hey, thanks for coming right to me and saving me the trouble. I'll clean this up quickly. It's true then. If you stay docile, humans get arrogant. Just a weakling trying to sound cool, aren't you? How dare you, a powerless human. I'll make you have nightmares every time you see a head. This is Sekibanki. She is a Rokurokubi, that famous type of yokai that's known as being the woman who can, like, super stretch her neck. In her case, her neck is so thin, it's kind of like thread. And so it almost kind of looks like her head is just floating around on its own. But no, it's connected. And she can have multiple heads. And I can just dodge these lasers by staying still. It's a fun little way to show off. That little creepy laugh. I love it. Yeah, not only did the graphics kind of get a really good update with these newer games too, also the audio design, really solid. What's with you? You're actually strong. Yokai extermination is my specialty. Wait, could you be... That's right! Didn't you see my purification rod? Well, excuse me. Ooh, this may look familiar. Whole forest of bamboo. Yeah, so like Soon explained, like, if you make liberal use of bombs, you can get a full roster of lives. Like, right up to this stage. As early as stage 3. Ooh. Who's this beauty? Not much else to say. So become the Mad Bomber is what you're saying? Pretty much. It's only to your benefit. See, look at this. Of course, you don't want to use all of your bombs up. It's the series theme. There's a moon on the ground. You've come to exterminate me, yes? Let's lots of yokai coming to get beat up today. It's like they all crave extermination. Is that how you see it? Well, maybe they're just a little happy to be exterminated. Just a little happy to be exterminated. Happy? They get to fight the professional yokai exterminator. But lone wolf yokai like us never get fought, you see. Well, there's no end to those. Better to just stick to the ones who cause trouble. As much as I'd like to shoot first and ask later... Oh, well, if I want you to fight me, I guess I'll have to be trouble. I don't show any mercy to rampaging yokai. What a pity, and on a night with such a beautiful full moon. This is Kaguro. She's a werewolf. And she is hot. Capital H, hot. And she can literally transform mid-battle. You tap it? I mean, you probably have to fight the mermaid for her. I've since been convinced that they're very much girlfriends. And I need to get out of there. You also might notice, I mean, you probably noticed already, I mean, Zune's portrait art has gotten a lot better over the course of these games. I was wondering what yokai you were. A werewolf girl, huh? I lost even under a full moon. Just a simple beast. Danmaku isn't power alone. You have to use your head, too. Ugh, now my purification rod stinks of animals. I mean, I didn't even want to step outside today, much less fight. Why not? Even though it's a full moon, aren't you a werewolf? Well, because I get so hairy. I see. So she's insecure about her looks. And honestly, like, it's really easy to really see how Kaguro is also transcoded. Not unlike Twitch, but Tish. Yeah, sorry, I'm salty about always going into my friends' streams and just... There's no other possible quality to watch these streams than the highest possible quality. I'm running everything on a single laptop, and the laptop itself is outdated. It is my potato. So yeah, stage 4, we're soaring through the sky again. There's kind of a storm brewing up here. Music notes. She's playing us a tune. I gotta be careful here too. I kind of have to do a whole bucket movement routine, just like U-shape. Up, down, death, down, right, up, down, left. Death bomb! Life piece! And another one. I'm almost full. What's with this eerie storm? There must be some kind of enemy here. My experience tells me so. Found you! Someone who looks like they could be my opponent. See? A yokai. By all means, I'll take you on. Hey, hold on, I found her first. That's dirty coming in and stealing her from me, big sis. Why not? I saw your battle earlier too. Your lackluster music just won't work. Not for defeating this Sukumogami user. Sukumogami user? Don't treat me like a yokai! I exterminate yokai like you! I was so sure you'd be willing to ally. Whatever, I'll leave this to you, sister. Later! Hey, wait! Now, stop staring into space. In this world of social upheaval where everything is turned on its head, who is the strongest tool? We'll decide that here and now. This is Ben Ben, and earlier her sister was Yatsuhashi. They are Sukumogami, so once again they are objects that have come to life, and particularly they are instruments. Two different instruments. And depending on whether you choose whether to fight with the possessed object or not, changes who you fight in this stage. So because I'm using my cursed Gohei, I'm facing Ben Ben, but if I went without it, I would be up against Yatsuhashi. And I know, you know, they said, like, they were sisters. Truth is, they're not biological sisters. They just kind of came to life at the same time, and they were just like, hey, I guess we're related. They are both string instruments, so there is that. Like, I think Ben is a biwa? And then Yatsuhashi is a kodo. Looks like a music score. Fine, I give. I admit defeat. Wait. What do you mean, inverting society? Huh? Well, you see, one where even tools like me have such power. We have been docile before, but now is our era. Given your presence in this storm, you have your eyes on it too, don't you? On what? The inverted castle floating in the sky. Because that's where power is flowing from. A castle in the sky. But something is off about this castle. It's upside down. Oh dear. So up next, I mentioned that there was one Touhou that I would say that I hate. And she's coming up next. She appears now. These style of spell cards are always tricky. This theme is kind of melancholy. And I wish I could say, like, what reason that was, but I'm not even really sure. Skills. But alas, I wasn't cool enough to do that. What? Who are you? This is no place for humans like you. Take your leave at once. Oh, well, in that case, what, you really expect me to leave? What's the big idea of building a castle in the sky? Oh, I see, that purification rod. Coffee. Looks like it has a mind of its own. I guess that means it's been possessed by her. What's that? Or what's that? What a hassle. Was the compensation too great? I guess the world won't be turned on its head so easy. Hey, could you be it? Are you really plotting a social upheaval? Indeed. Soon the mighty will lose their power and the weak will rule this world. I'm stunned. I didn't think any yokai would do something so fruitless. Fruitless, you say? Just how much have the weak been oppressed for you to say that? You couldn't understand. So, taste frustration in this inverted castle that turns everything on its head. This is Seija. She is awful. She is in a Manojaku, and she's actually the true mastermind of this incident. And what she does, she flips your controls. Now see, these patterns aren't actually so difficult. It's entirely because of the flipped controls that they have a modicum of difficulty. So, as you can guess, her ability is being able to turn or invert anything. And I'll fill you in. Even though she's the mastermind of this whole game, even though she's the mastermind, she's actually not really that genuine about her intentions. She's honestly doing it for the LARP. She's a LARPer. She's just a contrarian. She wants to do everything that anyone hates. She wants to be hated by everyone. because it just means she's doing her job right. Oh, watch this. Yum. Again, it's actually not as hard as it looks. You just need to keep a cool head and just have mindfulness of your controls and the space around you. Gah! What the heck? Was it too soon? Is that how you plan to turn society on its head? I've beaten many yokai much more powerful than you. Not yet. We're not giving up yet. As long as we have the treasure, we can become as strong as we like. If we can ignore a few consequences. Hey, wait! Just gonna run away? That's telling of a yokai who's all talk. In fact, I think it's more like she's leading me. So, even though Seija was behind the whole plot to turn over Gensokyo, she's not actually the one who holds the power to do so. She was the brains of the operation. Now we have to face the brawn. The muscle. Let's go. Sage is back. And now, finish her off. Death boom. Go. Full roster of lives. Looks like dawn is broken. Now the stage is set for battle. Come out, threat to Gensokyo's peace. Who's there? Oh, huh, it's the Hakare Maiden. Huh? I see that Purification Rod has received the treasure's power. Does that mean you've come to ally with me? Huh? Ally with who? Hooray! I'd be so glad to have a Shrine Maiden's support. Musco was watching ya. Thanks for stopping by, Ark. I was glad to have you. I was glad to have you, rather. Gensokyo would be flipped on its head so easy. So are you plotting a social upheaval, then? You know I wouldn't go along with anything like that, right? Tools are speechless, worked hard until they're old and dirty. They aren't allowed to move or think. People are just grateful for them normally, and when they break, they're retired. The only ones satisfied with that are the users. Well, your tool is happy now, isn't it? I don't even need to ask you as you use it with glee. That's, well, Now, create a world with me where weaklings and tools can laugh together. But there's no way I'd ally with someone undermining the social order. Those born with power don't know the joy of earning it. But when I see that purification rod, I see there's doubt in your heart. I hold the power of dreams in my hand. This is our treasure, the Miracle Mallet. Miracle Mallet? Could that really be? Yeah, hi, Commissar! Thanks. I'm in cosplay. I can see a future where you learn the plight of the weak and join me. Now, treasure! Grant the power of dreams to the wordless tools. Wordless. This is Sukuna. She is an inchling which, you know, is about on par with, like, Tom Thumb and Thumbelina. You know, even though it's translated as dwarf, like, she's much tinier than, like, your Tolkien-esque dwarf. And her whole deal is that she can control a legendary artifact called the Miracle Mallet, which, if you know your Japanese mythology, it was used in the story of Isunboshi, who was also an Inchling. She's actually one of his descendants, which is why she's a princess. Little tiny princess. And, you know, what the Miracle Mallet does is it essentially has the power to grant wishes to anyone as long as they're an Inchling. The Inchlings are the only ones who can use its power. And along with that, you know, main wish was to grow big. And so obviously her gimmick is making bullets grow and shrink in size. Yeah, it can get kind of stressful. And essentially, the way that the Miracle Mallet's magic works, you basically can't cast a wish without some kind of magical recoil happen. And so a bunch of yokai were riled up from that recoil, and a bunch of Tsukumogami came to life. Okay, I hate this spell card, it's awful. But it's not as awful as the one after it. Touhou's themes really, like, kick-started in epicness around this time. I panicked. Know about Inchlings, but not the Miracle Mallet. Well, now you know. Mallet, you grow bigger. Oh my! My hitbox! No! No, 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 no! This spell card is evil. Specifically because of the inclusion of these kunai. It's a timeout spell too. Sukuna! Oh! I didn't get hit, but I did use a bomb. Attack on Dwarf. Guess what this is a reference to? Last spell card. Top of my thumb, 7. And like every final spell card of stage 6 bosses, they gradually grow in difficulty. Grow. And I just noticed I am out of bombs. Almost there. Third phase. Let's go, Reimu! Let's go, amigo! teleported bullet hell is killing my stream. Yeah, well, it's all over now. I won! And I beat my high score. The Hakure Shrine. A shrine on the east edge of Gensokyo. Looks like my purification rod's finally calming down. Actually, my mini Hakero was going nuts too. Didn't know you were having the same kind of problem. And who knew it was the power of the Miracle Mallet? Apparently, the plan was only to make herself strong and upset the social order. The consequence of which was giving off magical power which made creatures vicious. So the mallet's effect caused peaceful yokai to rampage and tools to move on their own. Well, no wonder. No wonder what. When I held my mini Hakero, I felt kinda gloomy. I felt like torch and stuff, didn't matter what. That must have been an effect of the magic. Well, I didn't have any thoughts like that with my rod. Really. Well, So, what happened to those yokai? What was it, an inchling and an Amano-jaku? Well, about that. I don't know where the Amano-jaku went, but... Wow, it's shaking! Is it an earthquake? Did I wake you? Ah! You're telling me she's the one behind the incident? She used too much of the mallet's power, so she won't be able to get big for a while. Yeah, that's right. The blowback was worse than I thought. Still, kinda cruel treating her like a bug, you think? Not at all. She has a cage to protect her from other bugs and animals. Thanks, you're so considerate. All the power stored in the inchling was released, making her small again. She'll be that way for a while. The Miracle Mallet will have to recollect its power later. It's thought the tools and weak yokai will gradually lose their power. Until then, Shinmyomaru... Oh, that's right, Sukuna is her surname. Shinmyomaru will be tiny as inchlings are known to be. Did Reimu care for her because she felt guilty towards weaklings? Then again, looking at such a little yokai, it's hard to see her as the mastermind of a social upheaval. It's because she wasn't. Ending 1. Isunboshi in an insect cage. Congratulations, you're cool! No, I'm not. I flubbed that one stage pattern. I wasn't cool enough to do it. So yeah, that's the story of double-dealing character. I love a lot of the characters in this game. We'll keep going just a little bit more. Funny that you mentioned going just a little bit further. Because I can replace this one. Because that's 2 out of 3 games, 1 CC'd. And today's bonus, today's end stream bonus, was this game's extra stage. Whew, I hope y'all are excited. I actually really like this extra stage. It's actually probably among one of my favorites. Yeah, so it explains her purification rod's rampage was due to the magic power of Uchide's mallet, Miracle Mallet. The Shinmyomaru now shrunk from the loss of its magic. One would expect the tools to calm down. However, there was still one who resisted. Finish the job, Reimu! Subjugate the nefarious character! And for the sake of consistency, we're going to be using Reimu A, of course, as always. Now, the way this is going to work, because you can't really beat an extra stage without 1cc'ing it. Like, if you want to use a continue, or like, you don't really use continues in extra stages. If you lose, you have to start from the beginning of the stage. And, of course, extra stages are more difficult than what normal mode players would be used to. It's pretty much like a good gateway into getting into like hard mode and such. And each extra boss is unique in their own right. And of course, this one is no exception. Let's get started. Oh wait, I forgot to say, the way this is gonna work, essentially, I'm going to keep playing, like, if I end up losing a lot of the time, I'm basically granting myself 3 attempts, and if I die in the stage, at least, if I die before the boss shows up, then it doesn't count as an attempt. At least until, like, the second or third attempt, because by that point, like, I should know better, you know? You'll see what I mean if it so happens. But yeah, right now Reimu is flying back up into the thunderstorm from stage 4. And off the bat, many bullets. You need to be careful. Death bomb! It's better than regular dying. It's the Sukumos! Sorry, but we'll have to stop you here. Let the Soul Repose show begin. And now they're fighting together. It doesn't matter which one you shoot, at least for the other patterns. Like, you can shoot either one and, like, it'll complete the pattern, the spell card. This one is just mishy-mashy chaos. Come on, Ben. Keel over. There we go. Life up. These familiars are stormtroopers, apparently. Look at that aim. It's pitiful. I say as I die. Messing the tune up. I can just circle around. Give me that life piece. Give me that life piece. If those instruments Sakumogami from earlier are involved, surely it's a Sakumogami and an instrument. Behold, the Hakure Shrine Maiden's finally here. You're too late now, though. So you know how I said that Marissa was the lesbian icon of this series? Raiko, ladies and gentlemen. I was right, an instrument Sakumogami. Finally got my intuitions back. But it's too bad. Now that the Miracle Mallet has been recovered, you'll go back to being a regular tool soon. What a dull-witted thing to say for a Shrine Maiden. Even without the Mallet's magic, I won't revert to a plain instrument. Eh? I noticed right away that the Miracle Mallet was the source of my power. If I had just accepted that, I wouldn't have had true independence. So I had a thought. I'd discard the magic of the Miracle Mallet and replace it with a different one. Because all Sakumogami are taught how. A way to switch your magic? How did Tools figure that one out? Have you ever played Metal Slug? No. Oh, Tools would know better than anyone. Because work entirely on the magic of their users. So, should I test my new power on you? Now, user from the outside world, let your primal beat echo through Gensokyo. This is Raiko. She is a Daiko drum. And a very powerful Sakumogami. She can summon drums, and they explode! Her theme is fantastic. That's pristine beat. Oh boy. So yeah, all the women want Raiko. I can confirm this. Shoo. This one's pretty straightforward. Just gotta stay closer to the center. Of course, you might get walled in. Oh yeah, and something about extra stage bosses. When they're in their spell card phase, they are immune to bomb damage. So basically you should only bomb with the plan to save your hide from bullets. Like so. See? Not a scratch. God, Zune just went crazy with this theme. Oh, watch this. Shake! That's something she does for this spell card exclusively. She shakes the screen, tries to disorient you. It's actually not all that hard. You don't actually move while the screen is shaking. So you just keep a cool head. It's all about being cool. this pattern always gives me a little trouble, though. Yeah, and you could hear the Daiko solo in the background. And she fires lightning at you! Curvy lightning! God, it goes so hard. I'm getting thirsty. Getting thirsty on main. No! I can't get enough of that. Really good job at pumping you up. She crashes to the sidelines. Bam! Come on. There we go. Oh, and now she's mixing it up. Give me that. High-speed Daiko rocket. Shoom. Bam, bam. Really puts on a show. No! More lightning! Oh yeah, by the way, Raiko's ability is just the ability to make anything conform to rhythm. Which, she's a drum, that's her job. Drum solo. Okay. Blue Lady Show. This is her timeout spell. Every extra stage boss has one. And this spell card is designed to play in rhythm to the theme song. God. So good! Can't get enough of it. Fill me with that beat. I applaud this Blue Lady show. And I have succumbed to the Blue Lady show. I get 2 more attempts. But this time I can't lose in the stage. Let's go. And that's how you do that. I didn't do it the first time, I honestly forgot. Don't really have much of a solution for that attack, though. And this one is just inching your way up, going back down, inching back up, going back down, bombing, getting a life. Can't miss that piece. Yada yada, I already read this. Gotta shoot the sisters down. Both sisters down. Couple life pieces. Get another one. Get a bomb back. Now we swerve through the music. Gotta dance. We're dancing. Ah. Come on. Almost there, come on. Here we go. Probably end up bombing in this one. See what I tell you. Makes me nervous. This spell card makes me nervous. For good reason. Just get out of here. That shiz. That shite. Wasting my time. More fairies to provide a real challenge. Get the stuffs. Circle around. I think I'm supposed to do it the other way. There we go. I'm getting my rhythm back. That's what this is. Skip all the dialogue. And now we dance. Oh boy, that was tight. It would almost behoove me not to shoot at all. But that's just almost. I'm not gonna time out a spell card if I don't need to. Or at least I'm gonna try not to time it out. Usually timing out is a bad thing, because then you don't get any bonus score. Oh, come on, I pressed a button. dodge one thing at a time here. I couldn't do it. I'm not cool enough. I'm not cool like Raiko. No, I'm not gonna lose that. I refuse. Here we go. Whoosh. I couldn't get out of that one. Whew. Just barely made it out of that space. But I didn't make it out of that! Ugh. Don't really have much to say. I'm in concentration mode right now. There's not much to say that hasn't already been said. That too. Can't go too far at either end. I got trapped. Really now. That was a bit of a risky move there. Here we go. Oh boy. Hey, come on, come on. You think maybe Zune was considering calling this spell card the Electric Slide? She almost sapped me for that one, and honestly, I can't blame her. Blue Lady Show. Oh, this is my last life. And I'm probably not gonna get another one. Highly unlikely, nearly impossible. It's so cool. I got nervous. Oh, I'm out of bombs too. Oh dear. And here, it's pretty easy to see her banging her drums to the beat of the song too. Come on. Whew, whew, whew. Getting close. Just having a stretch. Take a sip of coffee. Let's go. Last attempt. Hoo-ah! Rip, yep. You said it, Archie. Welcome, by the way. A lot of times where I'm just not confident. But hey, if there's any game to bomb liberally, it's this one. That was lame. If I die to the stage, I swear. Okay. Part of my initial hesitation after the sisters appeared is because I tried to take a quick swig of coffee. I panicked. Well, maybe it was justified, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to play again to check, so... Yeah, this time it's literally now or never. Well, not never, but... You know... This is usually where I gotta wrap up, so... Oh boy. Let's go, fairies! Wahoo! This way. Count? No, clockwise. Go clockwise. Woohoo! So many goodies. Okay. I'm gonna focus. I need to focus. So, I won't be doing a whole lot of talking. I might be humming, but that's just because the music. Mwah! Love it. So good. Another swig of coffee. And I am zeroed in. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. It's med time, but I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Zero it in. Ah. Oh! Okay, I'll... fine. Whew! Oh my. I admit defeat. You're not half bad for a tool. Jesus, Reimu. Word choice. But you've got a ways to go before full yokai hood. Maybe I can't fight with magic from the outside world alone. Oh well then. I understand you've done a lot of fighting. But a method to switch to an alternate source of magic. I wouldn't have expected Tsukumogami to reach that level of cunning. People will put in whatever it takes to keep themselves alive, won't they? It's not cunning or anything else. By the way, what exactly is this method like? Well, power just seeping in, like with the mallet, is the exception. Normally a tool's magic is its user's magic, so it changes depending on the user. So I took over a Daigo drum that had drifted in from the outside world. My heart was then filled with the magic of an outside world magician. That's all there is to it. I don't get it, but that sounds handy. So long as you don't act up, then I suppose I won't attack any tools. Oh, thank you very much. I won't defy you, that's for sure. Well, I can't make any promises until we see how other yokai act. Mwah! Raiko! Call me. Oh! And that is Touhou 14's extra stage. That is Raiko Horikawa. That is it for today. Oh boy. Oh, I'm tired now. Kinda hungry too. Haven't had much to eat. Actually, I think the only thing I've had was waffles this morning. Touhou 14, double dealing character. I really do like this game. Like, even if it's challenging, like, you know, sometimes I'm a little bit lenient with challenging games. As long as it's fun. And I think this game is fun. As many of its predecessors and successors. I guess carry over to the main screen now. Hey! I did it! I did it before, but it's a wild stage. It's a wild fight. So much energy. Just, music, bullets, the woman, everything just pumps you up. So tense. Okay. So, before I call things off entirely for tonight, I do just quickly want to say, like, obviously, thank you all for coming and joining me and supporting me, even if you were just watching. Really means a lot to me. And hopefully I could, you know, earn some muns, some simoleons doing this. I don't really plan to stream as like a career or anything, but like, it's always nice to get cash on the side. Especially when you have no other source of income. But anyway, most importantly for tonight, just on a more serious note, I do want to just take a moment to promote or like bring awareness just to the situation happening over here in America regarding, you know, regarding, like, you know, bigotry and racism against our Asian descending citizens. So the most I really want to say is that you can lend your support to various, like, Asian, like, small Asian businesses, call out racism when you see it, and probably most relevantly, if you find any like Asian or Asian American VTubers, I recommend that you go check them out too and give them some of your love and support and money if you can, just anything you could contribute. And I want to make sure that I say with full certainty, if you support anything bad that happens to these people, I don't like you, get out of here, you are not my friend. So that's that. It's about all I really wanted to address. I felt like it would be a good chance just to quickly address it. So yeah, Touhou 12, 13, and 14. You got to see my golden girl. And you got to see my first extra stage fight. Exciting, exciting. And for sure, I will be coming back to these games in future gauntlets. You know, whether it's playing as other characters or another difficulty. Chido Sato, thank you for becoming a Lily Pal. Really appreciate it. We were just about wrapping up, sadly, but, yeah. My adoration for Touhou really is, admittedly, like, it's really, like, through the roof when it comes to these newer games. I tend to like the newer games more than the older ones. And, believe it or not, you know, you got to see my favorite Crown Prince today. Tomorrow, you get to see the silver and bronze medalists, my second and third faves, alongside my favorite game in the entire series. That's coming tomorrow, and I hope you will join me around the same time. I'm really happy to do all this for you. I really hope I can contribute to enjoyment and entertainment in my own special way. I know I'm not that charismatic. I'm introverted. I'm modest. I'm soft-spoken, usually. Awkward. But this is something I love to do, and I love to do with a whole lot of people, for a whole lot of people. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow and for future streams beyond that. I can guarantee that once the Touhou 18 demo comes out, I will be streaming that shit. I promise. Exactly when is up in the air, because it all depends on when I can get my hands on the game. But yeah. I actually imagine that it's probably going to be released on Steam. By the way, you can buy these games on Steam. I know the older games, you kind of have to rely on piracy, but, you know, a bunch of the newer games, both from second and third generation Windows games, I think almost all of them are available on Steam, so, you know, I would highly recommend supporting Zune in his efforts. Not only is he creating a bunch of these games all by himself, completely, well, not from scratch necessarily, he designed his own engine, but, you know, like the art, the story, the graphics, the music, everything. Nothing short of stellar. No, you! Stellar Empress! So yeah, if you can support Zoo in any way you can, he's also married with a child, so he's very, very busy. And you know, he's honestly like on very good terms with like indie creators, and he's so supportive of the fan base. A lot of like a number of the artists that work on like the fighting games and the mangas, you know, they started out just as Touhou fans, just as fan artists, and Zune sought them out to officially hire them to do work with him. So yeah, he's a super cool dude. He deserves your support. That's all for tonight. That's all I really got. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? First of all, raid message. It'll be the same as last night. There we go. Frog hop. And now, let's go peek. See what my peers are up to. See who we want to visit. Let's see, we got Lori is streaming, Pocky is streaming, Ram is streaming. Oh hey, Tiny is streaming too. Who shall it be? I personally feel like I haven't been giving too much, or I haven't had the chance to give so much love to Lori, so I'm gonna send us over her way. There we go. She's very sweet, and she's very funny. Like, she's actually a really fun time. Hope you would all give her a follow. And with that, I must hop away into the night. Just a sec here. I'm kind of working with the computer and my phone at the same time. No, that's not what I want. I have my thumb over the speaker so it doesn't come out on the microphone. Dum-dee-dum-dee-doo. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. She's playing modded Minecraft right now. Okay, so good night. I hope you all have a good rest. And that's it. Oyasumi!